What we're going to talk about in this exercise is how we create new objects from existing ones, also known as copying. So we've got this example here where what we need to do is take what's been drawn here that shows the screw head, and we need to copy it so that it sits inside each one of these circles here. So this should be fairly straightforward for us. I can zoom right the way in. I'm going to use my copy tool, which is this one just up here. So I'll copy that and I'll select. Again, same with the move tool, I'll right click to stop selecting, and then I'll be asked to specify my base point, which is going to be the center of this circle. Let's just hope that catches up. There we go. There we go. So now whenever I move, I'm actually moving that from the center point, or from its center point, and I can drop that by left clicking over there. Now, one thing we'll find here is that isn't quite central, and I think that the reason why that isn't quite central, let's just delete it, is because of this line here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that line and I'm going to halve it in size just to begin with, and then that's going to give me a clear run to say copy, to say copy that object, right click and go right the way into the center there. I should be able to, there we go, that's the one I'm looking for, this point here. And don't forget, you can see what I'm doing there is I'm using the wheel mouse to go right the way into the drawing. Yeah, I'm not messing about, I'm just going right the way into the drawing, and then I'll come over here and I'll say, yep, I want to copy it, and left click in there, and that now matches. And again, I'll do the same here. That then matches. And if I need to, I'm using my middle mouse to pan, because one of the great things about this program is that it doesn't lose focus on the tool or the operation that you're performing. And you see that, again, it's this line. It's this line that thinks that it's actually in the right place when it isn't. So I'll just move that line out of there for the moment. There we go, that's better. And I'll say copy again that object from the object center point, and I can zoom out, pan around, zoom back in again, and to make sure that I get it right in the correct spot, there we go. Then I'll escape, and if I think that these lines should be moved back up, I'll put them there, but to be honest with you, I have a funny feeling that these have been drawn incorrectly, so I'm actually going to delete them. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come right the way along and I'm going to check this nut. Now, I think that again, that's in a slightly odd position, but there you go. So I'm going to say move that object from, and if we zoom in far enough, you see it's midpoint here. And I'm actually just going to drop another one just there. There we go. Now if I need to, I can probably also drop it in here, but I think that's going to take a little bit more. I think if I just do that there, yeah, that overlaps, that's the wrong space, isn't it? So we might come back and move that a little bit later on, but for the moment what we're also going to talk about is copying with an offset. So if I just do a copy here and I grab everything and I go from, well, that center point here, what I can do is I've got one extension line here, and if I go from this center point there, I can come down, and when those two extension lines meet, there we go, do an escape, and we've now got one that shows the end here and one view that shows the end there. Obviously they're identical, but it's just a nice way of working with this tool to sort of finish off that drawing and to add in the extra detail that we need to add in that's maybe repeatable, that we don't want to have to go back and draw every single time. So we take the existing geometry that we've got and the existing objects, and we make new ones from them using our copy tool.